started early in the morning from New Delhi to avoid the traffic and headed towards Vrindavan. This is one of the most sacred places for the Hindus in India. We drove past many iconic buildings that make the beautiful skyline of this beautiful city. Hi guys, I am your video host Nabnita. I am going to take you to a one-day trip to Vrindavan and Fatehpur Sikri. We are on our midway right now. We started from New Delhi and we have taken Yamuna Expressway. I am taking you to Vrindavan, city of temples. This is a holy place of Lord Krishna, who has spent his childhood and youth days over here. This place is also known as the City of Temples. Vrindavan has got more than 5,000 temples to celebrate epic tales of Radha and Lord Krishna. We will be taking you to three famous temples: Sri Radha Bake Bihari Temple, ISKCON Vrindavan, and Prem Mandir, also known as Love Temple. We are a team of 4 who are going to Vrindavan. The town is about 11 kilometers away from Mathura, Krishna's birthplace, on the Agra-Delhi highway NH2. Now we are heading to Sri Bake Bihari Temple, which was built in 1862. The essence of Vrindavan was lost over time until the 16th century, when it was rediscovered by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The true India can still be discovered in these small towns that are spread all over the country, where life moves on slow pace. Simplicity, brotherhood, and love for all make India a truly magical. We have reached Sri Bake Bihari Temple. Vrindavan is dotted with hundreds of by-lanes, many overcrowded. This lane has numerous shops that are selling items of worshipping, souvenirs, and restaurants that sell Indian delicacies. Devotees flock to these eating joints where you can savor tasty Indian dishes. We are having hot puri and very tasty. Whenever you come to Vrindavan, try it. We have reached Prem Mandir, which is also known as Love Temple, and it is dedicated to divine love. We are heading to go inside. The complex is on a 54-acre site on the outskirts of Vrindavan and is dedicated to Lord Radha Krishna and Sita Ram. The temple structure was established by the 5th Jagat Guru Kripalu Maharaj. This is one of the beautiful temple of Vrindavan, which was built in the recent past. Prem Mandir is constructed entirely of Italian marble. The total dimensions of the temple, including its flag, is 125 feet high, 190 feet long, and 128 feet wide raised platform serves as the seat of the two-storied white monument. we are off to ISKCON temple. We have now reached ISKCON temple in Vrindavan. This temple is dedicated to Lord Krishna and his brother Balram. This temple has lot of national and international followers. This region is full of large-size idols of different gods and goddesses. We decided to take the less traveled route to reach our next destination, Fatehpur Sikri. We decided to take the Vrindavan Bharatpur Fatehpur Sikri road, which is about 77 kilometers and takes around 2 hours to reach. This stretch is a single-lane state highway with numerous villages all along the way and hundreds of unplanned speed breakers. We crossed from the state of Uttar Pradesh and entered briefly in Rajasthan. Here, the road condition is slightly better and we again re-entered Uttar Pradesh. We are now travelling from Vrindavan to Fatehpur Sikri. On the way, we are crossing Bharatpur Bird Sanctuary. This is the place famous for bird watching. Here you can see birds across the world, even from Siberia. From parking to reach to the forts, we are taking a bus. Charges are very minimal, just 10 rupees. So here we go. Let's go. We have reached Fatehpur Sikri, so I'll take you around. The city itself was founded as the capital of Mughal Empire in 1571 by Emperor Akbar, serving this role from 1571 to 1585. After Jahangir's second birthday, Akbar began the construction of a walled city and imperial palace here. The city came to be known as Fatehpur Sikri, the city of victory, after Akbar's victorious Gujarat campaign in 1573. We have now reached Fatehpur Fort. It is recommended to take a guide and we have also taken one. The guide takes almost around 450 charges, so it's minimal and it is recommended that you should also take one. This is Buland Darwaza, or the Gate of Victory, was built in 1572 AD by Mughal Emperor. It is the main entrance to the palace. We are at the Jama Masjid. The designs of the mosque reflect beautiful Iranian architecture. The Buland Darwaza and the tomb of Salim Chishti are also a part of the mosque complex. This is the white marble encased tomb of Sufi saint Salim Chishti, within which is the grave of the saint under an ornate wooden canopy encrusted with mother-of-pearl mosaic. We are at Diwani Khas, or Hall of Private Audience. It is a plain square building with 4 chhatris on the roof. However, it is famous for its central pillar, which has a square base and an octagonal shaft. as well as a bit exhausting. So now tomorrow we are heading to Taj Mahal and Agra Fort after our breakfast. So after that we will head back to Delhi. Bye. Hi people! Today we are going to Taj Mahal and here is the hotel where we stayed. So we are heading to Taj Mahal. Let's go! Come! We are inside the Taj Mahal complex. It is advisable to come in the morning so that you can avoid the long queue. We have also reached here early morning. It's 7:30 AM right now and we are going to explore. Okay, let's go. It is advised to take the Western Gate entry. To avoid long queues and traffic, you should come here early morning. You can take the battery-operated rickshaw to reach the Western Gate. The charges per person is just ₹10. Taj Mahal, the symbol of eternal love, built by Emperor Shah Jahan for his beloved wife Mumtaz. The grace of perfection of proportions and grandeur of geometrical patterns of well-appointed gardens enhancing the poise of the whole complex together add magnificence to the delicacy of this man's of love, dedication and purity. The construction project employed some 20,000 artisans under the guidance of a board of architects led by the court architect to the Emperor Ustad Ahmed Lahori. Video cameras are only allowed till the first entry platform. Thereafter, you have to deposit them with the ASI office, which is at the entrance. Hi guys, we have now come to Agra Fort. So we are going to go inside. The entry ticket for Indian is 50 rupees while non-Indian will be charged 550 rupees. Agra Fort is a historical fort in the city of Agra in India. It was the main residence of the emperors of the Mughal dynasty until 1638 when the capital was shifted from Agra to Delhi. This is a monolithic tank and was built by Jahangir. The tank was initially used for bathing. It is called the Jahangir horse. Agra Fort has many secret subterranean apartments and edifices. It is said that the entire fort is interconnected through tunnels and other underground pathways. According to historians, the emperors who owned the fort during their irrespective reigns are said to have contributed to the secret tunnels for obvious reasons. Diwani Aam, or Hall of Public Audience. This hall was built by Shah Jahan. Interestingly, the hall was first built using red sandstone but was later shell plastered, giving it a look of white marble. Mehtab Bagh. This is opposite Taj Mahal across the Jamuna river. So this is the best spot to get a perfect click. Generally people are not aware of this place, but yeah, I would surely recommend to come here. This is a very nice place, as you can see, and to get a perfect click one should definitely come here. See you. Hi, this is my darling Shuku and we are enjoying over here. Enjoying. This brings to the end of our journey. We are here at Mehtab Bagh and then we are heading back to Delhi. So yesterday we started in the morning, we went to Vrindavan, we went to Fatehpur Sikri, and today in the morning we went to Taj Mahal, and we are wrapping up our journey with this beautiful spot of Taj Mahal at Mehtab Bagh. So guys, do like, share and subscribe our channel. Thank you.